Hi everybody, welcome back to the Betting League. I'm getting a nice little following on here now, a bit of a halo, you know. Hope you're all looking in around the rest of the site. There's lots of information, and the guys who put up the free selections, they spend a lot of time doing it, and they're worth registering for. Um, anyway, subscribers of mine had a nice winner in midweek. Sonar and Sounds opened up at about 13 to 1, 12 to 1, came into about 8.4. So I hope that was some of you guys' money. Also in that little summary we gave out, we suggested that Vimero at 1.82 was going to be the lay of the day. So yeah, that was a pretty good day for us, and that means that now we've made about 450 points profit. Yeah, I said 450 points profit from 150 bets. That's some going, you've got to admit. Yeah. Now on to a sour note. Firstly, horses give us a lot of enjoyment and a lot of highs and lows betting wise and training and owning wise, and sometimes they pay the ultimate price for our enjoyment. So what we don't need is trainers that run horses that have been made so they don't feel no pain, basically. I think it's cruel, and anybody that does anything like that, like Mr. Johnson, deserves to be warned off, and thankfully he's retired now, so it won't be happening again. But it's not a good thing. They do the best for us. I know they're quirky animals, but they're animals at the end of the day, and it's for our fun, and they do pay a big price. Anyway, on to today. As you all know, I always go for hardest races, generally with most runners, and usually run a track where there's no or negligible draw bias. Why, you ask? Well, I always think that if it's a lot of runners, there's no hiding place. There's going to be a good pace. The runners are going to be spread out, so there's not much, bunching. You're going to get a run, and usually then with those sort of races, the form comes to the top, or my way of working out the form comes to the top, and the price are much bigger, so it's worth having a go. There's just a couple of races today that I thought were interesting. A lot of the other races today are very, very tight with a lot of ifs and buts. Some horses in form, so we've left those alone. But there's two horses that I thought were worth looking at. 2 o'clock at Newbury. That Kiwanyo was progressing nicely last season, but this year seems to have lost the plot. Well, it looked like it was something wrong with it last time when it run, and they've given it a 42-day break to sort it out. So, maybe you could see better from it today. Golden Desert came back to form at Goodwood, ran a blinder, and has got the beating of all of these that were behind it on that form. Then it was given a quick return, 3 days later, and I think that's why it didn't run so very well next time over 6 furlongs. So today it could run well, but, it's hope rather than anything else. Rigoletto is consistent, but doesn't win very often, but looks like a place. And same applies to Manager with Philip Robinson. But there's too many ifs and buts in this race to give a selection out. So, while they're my thoughts on it, I'm not going to give a selection out. 2:45 at Newmarket. Silver Rhyme dropped back to sprinting, but it hasn't really looked like it's what it needed. I mean, it might bring a bit of spark about it, but not a lot of reason to back it. And he's got a lot of weight. Sutton Venney ran well in this race last year, consistent, but I think that the reins have come too much for it now. He wants fast growing, so not for me. Den's Gift might be suited by a drop back in trip again, but not looked in the best of form recently, so not for me. Clear Ice, not for me at all. With Fallon riding it, it's won a couple of weak races at Brighton. Today's course is totally different, and there were weak races, and it's going to be a lot harder today, so he's going to be my lay of the day. Sarah's Art from the Steph Higgins yard. I used to have a share in one of those with the owner racehorse, and this horse, not in good enough form for me, even though he's won over course and distance. Medician runs too many poor races for me to be interested in, but I've narrowed it down to 2 horses that I think have a chance of winning, and they're both bigger than 16 to 1. So if you want to see what my pearls of wisdoms are for today, you need to cough up or be subscribed. So if you haven't coughed up already, you need to cough up the $29.99 subscription, and then you get my pearls of wisdom for a whole month. And I mean, look at it over time. I've been doing this now for 150 bets. It's not a flash in the pan. 150 bets, 460 points profit. You'll have a job matching that anywhere, and even at this price, nowhere. So put your hands in your pocket, have a look, and we might come up with a winner today. See you next Saturday anyway, if not.